Hello dear ones, it's your friend Kevin and this is your card of the day. Alright, so credits start off, well first of all, welcome. If you are new to this channel and new to these messages, I am so grateful that you're here. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get each one as they come up. So the cards we're using, card of the day for this week is Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers Oracle deck, and our card of the week is Kyle Gray's The Divine Masters Oracle. Artwork on the Divine Masters is by Jennifer Hawkyard, and artwork for the Angel Prayers Oracle is Jason McCready. As I said, I think yesterday, there's so many folks out there doing card readings and not enough credit goes to people who worked hard to create them. So my isms is experience is the currency of the future. You make that mean whatever it needs to mean to you. And then today's your canvas. Paint a day of endless possibilities. We are in a universal 9 day. It actually happens to be my own personal number. It seems like my personal day number and the universal day number seems to coincide. So it's about being humanitarian, being the philosopher, stepping forward, stopping the procrastination, stepping into the light and being a mentor to others. Today's a day about being self-sacrificing, also looking after yourself and encouraging other people to look after themselves, if that makes sense. So let's get, our card of the week is SHIVA. It's about time to release that doesn't serve us. The little message underneath it says karmic release, which is sort of any baggage that may have been you're carrying around with you. Feelings of not being good enough, feelings of feeling insecure. It's not working for you. It's an end of that cycle. Know that you have the confidence, that you've got the spirit inside of you, angels, ancestors, Father in the sky, Mother in the earth. All of your past friends and loved ones are cheering you on. And anything that you need, the universe is going to provide it. So choose whatever it is that you desire and burn off anything that gets in the way of that. This is what Shiva's about, being the great destroyer. And in this case, it's weakness, it's insecurity, it's self-doubt. Let go of all those things. They're not really serving any of us. And particularly if you're getting in the habit of self-judgment, which leads to the judgment of others, that's not good. Burn it off. All right, here we go. Beatrice and Gertrude, do you have anything to say about shuffling? No, they said just get on and shuffle. Once, okay, I'm not given a number. Should I just know when to stop shuffling? All right. Oh, one more time. Okay, off the top, yes. Okay. Oh, what a lovely card. Look at the gorgeous images here. All right. Oh, Archangel Haniel. Well, I could be a little bit naughty and say, girl, you were a little bit late for the party. We just went through the full moon. But I shouldn't be so rude. Anyway, honor your feelings. Archangel Haniel is supporting all of us as we go through some of these somewhat strange emotions. And I'm going to pull this image up a little bit so you can see it a little bit closer. On her forehead, third eye center, is beautiful turquoise blue. And it's basically opening your mind to how you're feeling. And right behind her, there is this beautiful big full moon. Archangel Haniel is the goddess of the moon energy, and she's holding in her hand a crystal lotus. Basically, if you've got some difficult emotions happening, let them go underneath, like it's passing under the bridge and floating down the river. Honoring your feelings may be a question of writing down how you're feeling, as opposed to attaching any kind of thought or behavior to it. In other words, if you're feeling a little bit tired, or if you're feeling a little bit fatigued, as I was yesterday, there was a great feeling of couldn't get enough sleep. And that was following the days leading up to the full moon, where there was very little or no sleep. It didn't make me feel any kind of way. It was just a feeling that, wow, I felt fatigued. I felt lack of energy. But also there was a great sense of peace, a great sense of love, a great sense of accomplishment. And sometimes when we're going through these large, transformative, on an emotional, spiritual level, there is the time where our physical activities, which sometimes can be distracting, need to stop. The idea that we have got so much to do in such a little space of time, that's the kind of thing that has to stop. There is an awful lot going on in an esoteric way, in an astrological way, in a political way, and it's not only around the area with which you live and you where you are physically in the world. It is global. The planet is entering into a metamorphosis on quite a few levels. We've spoken for decades, or at least experts have spoken for decades, on the global warming, etc., etc. There are disruptions and wars happening in several hot areas of the country. Other folks are not sure what to do with it. And I'd say rising up and doing what you can to help others is also helping to rise up and help yourself. The Great Destroyer is saying that you are a mentor and a mentee, and the spirit world is just bringing us all of these wonderful messages and directions in different ways. We're getting messages all the time. We're getting little nuggets of things, like in numerology, we're seeing the triple ones, twos, threes, fours, fives. They're showing up everywhere. So in your daily going about your business, I would say honor how you're feeling about that. Honor what you're feeling about that. And allow that to be your motivation for either staying still and letting those feelings pass, or if they're really upbeat and they're positive, grabbing a hold of it and say, what's positive about that? What can I do with this? I'm going to ask my little spirit guides here if there's anything they want to add to it. I like this. I like this a lot. Gertrude is basically saying she's listening to music and it's almost like a lullaby. She's got this like swaying going on. Her little ism today is as these things that surround us, she says, as you go about the activity of your day and you watch things falling away and you hear messages of scarcity and trouble and strife and all of the not so great feelings that come from others, your job is to nurture that, nurture them, help to nurture them, help them to find a bright, shiny part of their day. And that may just be a smile. I've said this before. Smiling at people who look like they're underneath the covers of whatever is sometimes a way to lift them and let them look at things in a different way. As I go about my business, yesterday I was standing outside of a store waiting to go in. I thought I'll go in early, right before they open or right when they open, so I can get in and out. And I was not intentionally listening to conversations that were around me, but you can't help it. They weren't good. It wasn't self-sacrificing. It was, you could just see that there was an element of this feeling that everybody seemed to be more important than somebody else. And, you know, of course, when the stores and the doors opened, there was sort of a rush with very little respect for anyone else. It was quite daunting. No one looks at anybody in the eye anymore. No one greets people and says thank you. No one says how are you. Nobody does any of that. I did my little round and got my supplies and get to now a self-checkout. And the gentleman came because there was a rather heavy bag. I was not really into lifting it onto one of those scale things and scanning it and lifting it back in. And he kindly used his wand and scanned it, and I just said thank you. You don't realize how helpful that is to me, and I appreciate you. These little tiny efforts, these little tiny nuggets of humanity, this is where we step up. This is how we step forward. A little tiny piece of that makes a huge, huge difference. I think that Shiva's message is destroy that which gets in the way of you shining, you being bright. And Haniel comes in and says she's supporting these deeper emotions, these deeper emotions, but she's asking you to honor them, to honor your humanness, to honor that you may be feeling an imbalance of your feelings. And especially when, you know, I've listened to some astrologers lately who basically say this is a time that we've not experienced before. Yesterday I listened to one about sovereignty and how there was all this powerful pushback against control. We can only really control what we do, but also to help others who feel like there is no control. And there's an awful lot of folks not wanting to give it up, not wanting to go with the change. If you can be the light, if you can be the networker that sort of says, I just want to hold space for you to get it out and share what you're feeling and share how you're thinking, that's a good thing to do, is stepping forward. Using your own experience to give somebody, oh, this is what I usually do when I'm feeling this or feeling that or feeling something. Like I will share with you, if you're all up in your head and you're all up in your thoughts and you just can't get it out of your head, your feet and your hands, your extremities need to be in the earth, either gardening at the beach or somewhere, grounded and feeling it, literally pushing your feet in, pushing your hands in to something that's solid. And if it's the other way around, where you're feeling heavy and you're feeling weighed down and you're feeling those feelings, I don't know if I can get up out of this. The first thing I like to do is sit quietly with a candle and look right into the flame. And then from this flame of this candle, I'm thinking this candle's at my feet. I'm drawing that candle up with every single breath. And with every single breath, it's like a funnel. And it gets wider and wider and wider and wider and wider as it gets to the top. And at the top is where I get those the colors, the violets, the purples, the lilacs, and sometimes the peaches, and sometimes the pink. I just go with whatever color's coming, and it's almost like this beautiful swirl that comes down through the funnel, and the light and the intensity of that flame of that candle starts at my feet, and that's how I lift up out the heaviness of it. I'm hoping this makes sense. Think of it like your spiritual tornado, but not in a way that it destroys things, in a way that it changes your energy. I think that's it for today. Thank you, Gertrude, Beatrice, for being with us and sitting and holding space. They're welcoming you to their table and telling you it would give them nothing but pleasure to sit and have tea with you and bring you whatever messages you're looking for. Until tomorrow, big love to all of you. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.